Hey guys, GoldenPupAGSM here, and welcome to another video. So today I'm going to be showing you how to make a stop motion, in particular, an American Girl stop motion. So the first thing that you're going to need to do is sort of set something up. As you can see, I just went to an area of the room and I put the couch over here along with the table, and in the back you can't really see it, but I put the fireplace there too. Then you're going to need a doll. You could use any 18-inch doll or really any doll, and I'm just using one of my American Girl dolls. As you can see, this is my newest doll. Alright, so let's say you're using an American Girl doll. So what you're going to want to do first is brush their hair and put some clothes on them to get them ready for the stop motion. Now that her hair's brushed, as you can see, I feel like she looks a little bit more presentable, but if you do want to go with a messy hair look, that also is fine. I've done that before. But I usually like to brush their hair because I feel like it makes them look a little bit nicer. And as you can see, I have some clothing on her and some shoes. And I didn't really concentrate too much when I was putting on her clothes. I sort of just picked out some things I thought looked good together. And here she is. So the next step is we need to start taking the photos. I do not have a camera right now, so I have an app called Stop Motion, just Stop Motion. I will insert it here so you see who made it. And it actually works very well for me. I suggest that you get it if you need an app for that. And here's what I do. So here's what it looks like inside of the app. What I usually do first is I click this little settings button and I go to 12 frames per second. If you are more new to this, I suggest you go a little bit lower, maybe like 6 frames per second. I'm not sure. I started probably around like 10 or 11. And now I'm at 12. My outro is filmed at 20 frames per second. I wanted it to look more smooth, so that's why I did it that way. When I make my stop motions, it does take a while, so I cannot imagine what it would be like to have to make a 20 frames per second stop motion. But I know a lot of AGTubers do that, and their stop motions look so good. So as you can see, my setting isn't very creative. It's pretty boring. It's just gray and white, and then my hardwood floor. You could add some color, like during the holidays, I usually add a little pop to it by adding a pumpkin in the background. Or during Christmas, I had the Christmas tree and Christmas lights and a little candle on the table. But right now, I'm just going with this since I'm giving you the example. When you're moving your doll, you're going to want to move them in very small motions. Because if you take your doll and then you move them from here, and then suddenly they're just appearing like all the way over here, it's going to look a little bit choppy. What I like to do is I just move them about this much, or even less sometimes. Whoops. I'm so sorry. You know what? She's looking good anyway. Alright, so I'm just going to be showing you what I'm doing to make a stop motion first. Also, you can add voiceovers. See this little microphone thing here? You can add voiceovers using that after you're done with your stop motion. But what I usually do is I go into iMovie, like I had said, or another app, and I just record the voiceover there. You also might want to add sound effects at the end, but we'll get to voiceovers and sound effects later. Before you do get started, you'll want to write a script. So what I do is I might go on one of my electronics, and I will type out a script. You can also get a notebook and then write in your script there. Here's an example of what you can use for a script. So I'm just showing you what you can do, and this is my phone. So as you can see, I just put the little, the first letter of my character's name in there, and then they're walking away, and there's somebody else going, come back, and then they're going, no, and this is just an example. This is what I'm going to be doing for this. I know a lot of AGTubers do this, which is using a notepad or a note paper. This is just some note paper I have. So that's another example of what you can do for a script. So what you do to take photos is you click this little thing and you can zoom in and out, and yeah, time to take some photos. So it is only 2 seconds and nobody's saying anything, it's just her walking away. And also you can have a better view on the person walking away. I've seen a lot of AGTubers also use this method, which is just their feet sort of going on the ground. You use your hands to move their legs. Here, let me show you. So as you can see, this is now a view of the floor, and I'm going to take my doll and I'm going to show her walking across here. So you can either just show the doll going like this, or you can do the realistic look, in which by realistic look, I mean this. Obviously, you could see my hand there, but what I'm doing is, so I just moved up the camera a little bit, and I will have the doll here. So as you can see, I'm grabbing her leg like this, but I'm going to hold it higher. And then what I'm doing for the feet is I'm then just slowly going like this. And when this one hits the ground like that, I grab the other one with my other hand, and I lift it up and go like this. So you can either just take the individual photos on your own, or you can also use this neat feature, which is like a timed photo. So you can put it on for 1 second. Here's an example. And you just click the photo button. Now I'm going to show you what that foot animation looks like when it's actually in a stop motion. Okay, now let's see what this looks like. That wasn't a great example because I was trying to do a little bit faster, but when you really take more time into sort of putting the foot down, then it might come out to look a little bit smoother. I think that this looks pretty good, and this is what I was trying to show you guys. As you can see, I have another doll here, which is Gabby. So we have Gabby here. I'm checking my script. And then the other character goes no. This is the part where you learn how to make it look like they're talking. So you want to kind of make them have more arm motion, so maybe move their arms up and down, or close their eyes. I'll show you a quick trick in a second on how to do that when they're standing up. And just sort of move their head around, or if you want to make it look like they're shaking their head, you close their eyes, and then you move their head slowly, and then it looks pretty cool. So anyways, I'll show you how to do that. Alright, so here we have Gabby, and she's sort of just sitting over here, and I just want to show you how you can close their eyes when they're standing up. So what I usually do is I sort of hold her head like this, and I take the eyelash like this, and I tuck it into the sort of socket of the eye. Just like that. Looks like they're blinking. So I usually make them blink for 2 frames. So I'll just show them like this. So she'll be talking, and then suddenly in the middle of it, you'll see her eyes close for just a split second, like she's actually blinking. So I think doing this makes it look a little bit cool because it's like they're actually blinking like they're alive. So it makes it look more realistic, kind of like the foot thing I was showing you, like better motions. For when they're moving their limbs, you might want to move their arms up and down, or their arm, like if they're waving or something like that. And then what I usually do is I just move the head like this. And for shaking their head, what you do is you close their eyes, you'll move their head over here, then you take another photo over here, over here, over here, and you keep doing that, and it ends up looking like they're shaking their head. And that was just a few tips on how to sort of make it look like your doll's talking. Also, another tip, do not keep your doll's eyes closed for too long like this, because it could damage the eyelashes. See how many frames I should make them talk for. I usually get out Stopwatch, which is an app that I have. And what she says is, come back. So I'm going to do that. Come back. So that was about for 1 second. So that would be 12 frames. So I'll have 12 frames of Gabby sort of moving around talking. After that, this girl is going to poke her head in and go, no, no. Oh, so that was for exactly 1 second. So she's going to be doing that for 12 frames too. All right, time to get to work. Now that this mini stop motion is done, let's see how it looks. You can record stuff in this app, but I'm just going to be using iMovie for it instead. I was showing you before, though, you can record stuff using that little microphone. Okay. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to export it. Clicking this little button that you see down here, I go into iMovie. I create a new movie. Then I click the little recording button. I look back on my script, and at the time when the dolls are talking, I'm going to say the line. A trick for when you're recording and you need some sort of microphone to make the audio sound better is to use some sort of earbuds. As you can see, I have Apple ones, and these have a little microphone on them, as you can see. And this is actually a microphone, so you can use this, and it works pretty well. Also, there are other earbuds that do have this.
I recorded myself recording this, but the video kind of got messed up.
Anyways, so what I was doing was I was just recording it, that's it. And I was saying that it's not going to sound super realistic because it is kind of difficult to make it sound realistic when you're voice acting, and it can be difficult at first. And a lot of my AGSMs, it doesn't sound very realistic. Okay, now with the sound effects. So what I usually do is I grab some American Girl doll shoes. Okay, as you can see, I have the shoes here. So I'm just going to put my fingers in them like this, and I'm going to move them around kind of like that. I'm going to do it in the recording though instead of doing it on video. Also, I am aware that it is a character saying they're not going to come back and then they come back. This is just a quick example of a stop motion. If you want to add music to your videos, you can use YouTube or just have music that you've already bought, or you can get it from an app like iMovie has some music. Music isn't exactly necessary though, so it's fine if you don't, but I usually do add it, and I use Filmmaker Pro to add the music in. Come back! No! I hope they enjoyed this video, and that was a help for you if you're trying to learn how to make American Girl stop motions, or just stop motions in general. If you liked the video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more content. Just saying, we have 20 subscribers now, so I'm probably going to be making an AGSM soon for that, or an AGMV. You guys tell me in the comments what you think. I haven't made one yet because I've been kind of busy. I'm so sorry for that. Also, click the notification bell to get notified when I post. Bye, guys!
Thank you for watching the video. If you liked it, don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye!